I just want to make this video to recommend you this game, Thymesia. It is so amazing. I have like a blast playing this game. I was feeling like in the Matrix. You see, when Neo starts to see everything like green, like computerized, because you fight on this game, Thymesia. The fighting system is so engaging because it's parry based. So you have to parry the enemy, and it's not one parry. You have to parry all the attacks that the enemy throws at you. So it becomes a dance with the enemy. So you have to calculate, on your brain. It's a rhythm. So you have to get the rhythm of the attacks. So the reason why I say fighting with this boss, I mean, once you get here, you will see this boss is gonna destroy you. So the reason why I say it was like a Matrix experience is because I realize that what I have to observe is the rhythm of the attacks. So you have to watch the enemy and you have to pan, pan, tan, tan. So it's like a dance, it's like a rhythm game. You have to really be fully concentrated on the rhythm of your enemy, and it feels so fantastic when you parry and you have to can, so you have to wait. You cannot be like impatient, like you're parry because you're gonna fail. And it is brutal because I play Sekiro. Sekiro was tough. I remember me fighting with the final boss for 3 months. Okay, I'm not that good. 3 months fighting with that guy. So I used to, okay, let's try it 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Tomorrow will be another day. 3 months fighting with that guy because you have to beat it like 4 times, 3, 4 times if I remember. So this game is next level in parry. Next level because the enemy also parries you, like in Sekiro. In Sekiro the enemy also parries you. But here the enemy not only deflects your attack, it follows up with a finish. So it actually it damages you. And also regular enemies that just destroy you sometimes. And you really have to be engaged with the game. You have to observe the enemy, the rhythm, the movements, the can. So fun, man. I highly recommend you this game. It doesn't look spectacular. It is not AAA. You will not see any cutscenes, no videos. It's just straight up gameplay, straight up amazing combat. That's it. The level design so far is not Dark Souls, From Software, Elden Ring. No, nothing can come close to that. Elden Ring, these From Software games, they are on a different level when it comes to the level design. I mean, I remember me playing Dark Souls 1. That's just next level. That's just mastery. It's just the level design of Dark Souls 1 is that's just like a reference. I mean, that's a reference forever. It's just amazing. So of course this is a smaller studio, Thymesia. I'm sure there are Sekiro fans, Bloodborne, all those games. Which, by the way, I haven't been able to play Bloodborne yet. I have to wait until it comes to PC because I don't have a PS5. So, but I'm sure these developers, they are a fan of all those games. And they are hardcore fans. Hardcore because they created a combat system that, in my opinion, is even better than all those games. I like it more than Sekiro, and Sekiro was my favorite combat system because you parry, you have also the option to deflect, so you have to throw a knife or something, like a thunderstorm or something. Once you see the enemy is about to do an attack, like special attack, you have to deflect it in that way. You have the parry, you have this attack that you need to do. So basically the enemy is going to recover their health constantly. So when you attack the enemy, the health bar goes down, but there is another health bar that's behind the health bar. So it's like a shield and the real life behind it. So to take the real life out of the enemy, you need to do this attack. And you can do this attack by charging the attack. So you do this, you charge the attack, and that's going to reduce the real life even more. Or you can just do this. So that attack takes time, so you have to do it at the proper moment. So you're basically attacking the enemy, you're taking off that shield, but behind that first health bar, you have the green bar, which is the real life. So to take off that real life, you need to do this attack, or a charge attack. Or if you just keep attacking it, it's going to be reduced, but small amount. So if you don't do that, if you don't do this attack, and you are just destroying the enemy by just normal attacks, then the health is going to be recovered constantly. So the only way the health doesn't recover is if you do this attack and take off the real health. So it's difficult to explain, but you will see it. And what that means basically is that you have to constantly engage with the enemy, constantly, otherwise their health is gonna be recovered. So you have to really beat the enemy. You cannot cheese it. You cannot couple attacks and then just try to avoid all the attacks. You have to constantly beat the enemy. Just amazing. So what I would like, I love all these Souls-like games. There's another one coming, it's called Lies of P. It's like Pinocchio. Lies of P, that is like robotic Bloodborne, something like that. It looks very good. The graphics look very nice. It's also an indie developer, but the graphics are looking fantastic. And you know, Black Myth Wukong is also coming. It's like, so I love all these Dark Souls-like games coming because that's my favorite kind of games. So that's really good. But what I would love from these developers to get more budget, I'm definitely going to beat this game 100%. Absolutely, I'm gonna play it to the end. And I would really love these developers to get compensated so they can do part 2 and they can do better. You know, more graphics. It would be appreciated, the game to look better with higher resolution textures and more complex scenes. Not necessarily open world, but get better, more complex designs and yeah. But I love it. I mean, it's perfect. As it is perfect. Like, but of course, it's always appreciated when you get that. You feel the budget. You feel the budget of the game, but it's still amazing. Still amazing. And I'm playing the game at 120 frames, rock solid. So I'm getting a rock solid 120 frames. See the GPU at 62% only because there are some taxing areas. So what I'm doing basically for the graphics, I am using NVIDIA image scaling. So the resolution is 2954 by 1662. So what that NVIDIA image scaling does is basically gives you a lower resolution without being soft, because with this display technologies that we have today, you need to be at native resolution, otherwise the image is going to look soft. So for example, if you have this LG C1 at 1440p, that in comparison with a 1440p monitor is going to look softer. It's not because of the screen size, it's because you're not at native resolution. So what that NVIDIA image scaling does for you, it basically gives you the sharpness of a native resolution while being a lower resolution. So it works very well in conjunction with this TAA anti-aliasing, which that's what we have here. We have TAA and it's forced. It actually looks good. I am using, in combination with this resolution, I am using FSR 2.0 on Ultra, and the sharpness at 0.2. So the NVIDIA image scaling has a default sharpness of 0.5, so 50%, and this one is FSR 2.0. I have it at 0.2, and everything maxed out, and the game looks very good. It's no aliasing, it looks sharp, it looks clean, and it runs at 120 frames, rock solid. I have a 3080, 12 gigabytes, and a 5800 X3D, and this LG C1 at 120 frames. I am using Motion Pro on high. So basically this is perfection. I wish I could play every single game like this. So you move the camera, it looks like 240 frames per second in movement, and it feels super responsive. So this is a perfectly smooth experience for this game. So I'm really having a blast, and I strongly recommend you to pick up this game, man. It's, if you like Dark Souls and you really want to get good, this game is going to really challenge you. It's truly amazing. So yeah, let me know what you think.